What's up everybody, Anime X here, and in this video I will be debunking another Screenrant list that was given to me by one of the people in my Discord. They presented this link to me, and now I have to see through debunking this. Now, as you can see, and as the title and thumbnail suggested, in this video I'll be debunking Screenrant's list of 15 reasons Boruto is way better than Naruto. Now this is interesting, right? Because this is kind of like more of an opinion-based one, but the opinion is wrong. They're saying Boruto's better than Naruto. Like, they're not saying 15 things that Boruto does better. It's saying 15 reasons that Boruto is a better series than Naruto. To me, that is just retarded. But I haven't seen it yet. I just wanted to get the same reaction that you guys are getting. Let's see what they have to say, because this should be really interesting what their reasons are for Boruto being better than Naruto. So let's jump right into it. Another usual screen rant. Oh, Boruto's pretty good. But, wait, again, okay, so, number 15, they say Sasuke. Now, they say this may be a bit controversial, but the foundation of Sasuke's character motivation might be shaky at best. He went from despising his brother to idolizing him, and while it is supported in the context of the anime, it never felt believable to a large portion of the audience, leading Sasuke to become a bit whiny despite his troubled upbringing. Naruto did an excellent job of making audiences empathize with the antagonist, but Sasuke became more and more unlikable as the series progressed. Not to mention, Naruto's friendship with Sasuke, at least in the anime, felt a bit shoehorned retrospectively. Naruto and Sasuke were rivals and foremost, and they weren't truly revealed to be friends until Sasuke became a villain. A lot of their Ninja Academy backstory was highlighted after the fact, making Naruto's obsession and retrieving him feel a bit disingenuous. So, they don't really bring up anything that Boruto does better, but Sasuke was a well-written and amazing written character in both Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Whether you see him as whiny or not, I mean, that's kind of your personal opinion on him, which is fine. I don't see him as whiny. I mean, he did things. He seemed very flighty in his actions, like he changed things very quickly. But also his circumstances changed as well. They talk about him going from despising his brother to idolizing him. Well, he also, at first, thought his brother killed his clan. Then he knew that, hey, he did it for Konoha. So, of course, his opinion would change on it. Stupid. But Sasuke's character, I feel like I need to make a video on this, but Sasuke's a very well-written character. He's an amazing character he's one of the best characters. No, that's not true. But he's a really well-written character in the grand scheme of Naruto. He may come off as whiny, but that doesn't really detract from the writing in his character. It made sense to me, and the writing for Sasuke was very good. You can argue that Boruto Sasuke may be more likable for you, but Boruto Sasuke is also a deadbeat dad, so I guess we'll just move on. Even Shino is now interesting. Now this is funny. Fan consensus easily pegs Shino Aburame as one of the original series' least interesting characters. So let me just speak to that point. Shino did more in original Naruto than he did in Boruto. Well, in Boruto he got beat by Genin, so if that makes him interesting to you, then so be it. But while in original Naruto he fought off Kankuro, who was kind of hyped up to be very strong at the time, very powerful, even though he was only a puppet master. Shino actually had a role, and he kind of had this cool, edgy vibe. I never really cared for him too much, but Boruto certainly did not change that for me. They say try as hard as they might, but previously the writers could not crack the essence of Shino's character. Shinobi did not receive a memorable backstory, and seeing as how most people are generally not a big fan of bugs, Shino was likely at a disadvantage going in. As an instructor, Shino does not even feel like the same character. Sure, he still has a thing for bugs, but his personality is more defined, and he's finally been allowed to become more vulnerable for the first time in his long-running series, which is certainly refreshing to say the least. Incorrect. Shino does a lot more relevant things in original Naruto than he does in Boruto. Granted, he doesn't really do too much in Shippuden, but he also doesn't get beat by Genin when he's a Jonin in Shippuden, so I guess we'll call it even. Now, you already see this one. It says humor. So it says, make no mistake, Naruto as well as Shippuden had its share of quality humor, but thus far Boruto's approach has been quite more evenly dispersed, with each and every episode offering quality gags from various characters. In the comments, I want you guys to name one funny joke besides the series existing that happened in Boruto. Early entries in the original series illustrated that there was time to be serious and time for levity as well. As the narrative wore on, however, the story began to take itself more seriously, and while a more serious tone was certainly called for, it seemed as though the humor was somewhat lost. Boruto Next Generation seems to have recaptured some of the early magic, but only time will tell if the new kid on the block will eventually head in the same tonal direction as its predecessors. So, I'm going to take this in two different ways. One, if it's saying that humor, like that Naruto being taken in a more serious way, detracts from its greatness as a series. Well, that's just incorrect, because you can have a very tonal, serious thing, and it be amazing. In fact, I think a lot of the times the humor, if there is any in Boruto, is probably often misplaced, and it's often hidden under piles and piles and piles of filler. Um, Naruto was not only funnier, but it knew when to get serious. I don't really think there's much to speak to this one. I mean, come on now, really, really. Boruto already has the best movie. That's interesting. 'Cause last time I checked, Naruto the Last existed, and basically anything that Naruto does is better than Boruto. But anyways, Boruto the movie gave audiences arguably one of the few worthwhile feature-length experiences in the franchise. The new protagonist had a lot to prove, but the general consensus of Boruto game must-watch Boruto from the beginning. In just one attempt, Naruto the movie met and even exceeded the expectations set by countless lackluster franchise films and had come before it. Okay, so the movie performed better. I guess I'm not sure about the sales or whatever. I'm guessing it performed better. The movie was alright, I guess. It had Boruto, so that does kind of detract from it inherently. I guess I'll just allow this point to them, though. I guess it had a decent movie. Some Naruto movies weren't that good. Budgetary constraints. Let's see. While the specifics of each respective series varies, budgetary figures are not readily available. It would appear that Boruto is working with more capital. Okay, so let me stop them right there. Having more money, like, to your name, or having more money at your fingertips, does not make your series better. Case in point, Naruto may have had less money at its disposal, but which is the better series, guys? Use your noggins, use your powerful brains for this one. It even says bigger budgets are not certainly an indicator of quality, but it does help ensuring that audiences are not forced to endure needless recap episodes or filler arcs with lackluster animation quality. Oh, it said the tabooed word, filler. All of Boruto is filler. Okay. So there's this common percentage that 41% of Naruto Shippuden is filler, right? That's interesting, right? Because 70% of Boruto is filler. So I don't want to hear anything about, oh, well, they don't need filler. Almost everything in Boruto is filler, and it's even worse filler than Naruto filler. So let's just move on. A blend of overarching narratives and satisfactory single episodes. That is this saying? Wait, this is not necessarily a criticism of Naruto or respective follow-up, but single episodes in these series were generally part of a much bigger picture, which I think is a very cool thing, and usually not meant to stand on their own. Boruto, to this point in the story, has adopted a less serialized approach, in which stories fit into a grander picture, but still tell its own unique tale. Granted, they do tell their own quote-unquote unique tale, but their unique tale is garbage, so what's the point in that? What's the point in seeing a unique garbage tale? Tell me one reason you want to see Boruto play video games, fall off a building, and run around after cats for a bunch of episodes. But it's a different cat this time, guys. No, I'd rather see the overarching story of the Pain arc. I'd rather see the overarching story of the Chunin exams arc. I'd rather see the overarching story of the Sasuke retrieval arc, the search for Tsunade arc. This list is doing something to my brain. Better plot, guys. It says better plot. What? This is certainly one of the more subjective entries, but while Naruto features had a pretty solid entry. You know what? I'm not even going to read this part, right? You may think that's ignorant of me, but I don't want to see this, right? I'm just going to speak to what I'm seeing here. It says better plot. So, name an arc in Boruto better than the Pain arc. Better than the Chunin exams arc. You know what? Let's compare Chunin exams arc. Rock Lee versus Gaara, or Boruto versus Shikadai. One of the better Chunin exams fights. Boruto versus Shikadai versus Rock Lee versus Gaara, Naruto versus Kiba, Naruto versus Neji, Sasuke versus Lee, like that. Oh, wow. No, you can't compare the plot at all. The Pain arc is its own thing, and I don't even want to get into that because I don't think like the Pain arc should be compared to anything in Boruto ever. What? Why? This is no filler. I feel like I already spoke to this, but Boruto is more filler and worse filler, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. A mix of fan service and quality world building. World building? Boruto? World building? Better than Naruto? Okay. Oh wow, this is interesting. This is a very interesting one. So it says, for example, Shino's already introduced an audience to hundreds of episodes ago, but they're, no. No, 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 no. Some fun fan service with really intelligent character development and world building. I dare any of you to name some good world building that either is good or wasn't already established in Naruto. Highlighting characters early on. Naruto did this flawlessly. I'm gonna move on. High definition. This might feel like a bit of a cheap shot, but Boruto Next Generation is available for streaming in high definition, while Naruto is not. Naruto is currently receiving high definition remaster treatment, but at this time, debuting in HD would still be seen as a feather in the cap for Boruto. Fidelity is something that is okay. So they're talking about basically the animation and how it looks. For its time, Naruto was fine. For its time, Boruto was kind of subpar. So if you compare times, yeah, I mean, as time goes on, I guess animation and the quality of video is going to get better. So I don't really see this as much of a valid point. And they even speak to the fact that Naruto is getting more high quality remastering. So if you want to watch a better high quality series, just go to Naruto. Whatever. Boruto is still learning. What? Boruto is still whining, if that's what you mean. Yeah. As the show progressed, Naruto struggled far less and became far less compelling to watch. You know what? This point is stupid, so I'm just gonna move on. A return to form. The Fourth Shinobi World War highlights some of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden's biggest problems, respectively. Fair enough. Shippuden had begun to lose some of its charm. Yeah, that's fair enough. As Shippuden went on, Naruto did start to lose some of what made it Naruto, although I would argue that it did gain more good things, but that's neither here nor there. Boruto never had a form that anybody wanted, so there's no point to returning to it. Like, they might as well try something different. So, yeah. Competent female protagonist. What? To be fair, Naruto doesn't do this well. But it's definitely a far stretch of the imagination in the word to say that Sakura is competent. She's more powerful now, but she's not competent. Sarada, competent. She's alright, I guess. But, like, I wouldn't say I like her better than someone like, say, Temari, and I guess you could consider her not really a protagonist since she didn't show up that much. So you could say that Sarada is better than most of the other female casts. But even then, you had people like Tsunade. I mean, I don't know. It's just, wow. There's a lot of stuff, guys. My brain is overloading. Naruto's creator says so. The retardation is real here. But okay, so it says more accurately, Naruto creator Masashi Kishimoto promised early that the Boruto anime would be even better than its predecessor. One, Kishimoto cannot control the series, like how we perceive it anymore, and there's nothing that he can do about that haircut, so it's automatically worse than Naruto. But Kishimoto's not even writing it. It's Ikemoto, I think, right? I think I pronounced that right. I think that's him. This may sound like a bit of PR, but if we take the creator at his word, Boruto the Next Generation is designed to be the true successor, not a cash grab. Okay, so let me break this down for Screenrant and whoever's watching this video. Something can be designed to do a specific task, right? But it can't. Sometimes it can't perform on that, right? It's faulty. Boruto is faulty inherently because Boruto is the protagonist. Kishimoto is reportedly not nearly as involved as he used to be, but given the success of the show thus far, with success, it would appear as though the franchise is capable of hands, to say the least. No. Let's move up to the top, guys. Let me give my conclusion. My conclusion to this is that it had one. I think it had 1 or 2 points. One, it had better animation, I guess, or had better high definition quality of video and stuff, which is kind of relative to its time. So I wouldn't say Boruto is doing anything revolutionary. It's not doing anything revolutionary for its kind, for its time. But it's revolutionary bad if you want to count that. Naruto was fine for its time. You're like counting different time periods, which I guess can do, although it doesn't really make much sense to do so. Once again, thanks to like the whole Discord server, like the sub Discord server as a whole. I'll kind of give a shout out to you in like a pinned comment or whatever, just because I don't remember who gave it to me on the top of my head. I appreciate you bringing this to my attention so I can make a good video out of it. This was pretty interesting to do. If you guys have other debunked lists that you want me, or other lists that you want me to debunk, having to do with Naruto or other anime or manga that I've read or watched, I would gladly do that. No problem with that. As always, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you want more of this type of stuff, you know what to do. Hit that like button, comment your thoughts, or demonstrate your power in the comments, or just give me another debunked list, or another list that you want me to debunk, like I said. If you're new to the channel and haven't already done so, consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss out on more debunked lists or what ifs in general. As always, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, guys, this is Anime X, signing off.